Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel. Today we are starting a beautiful and long journey in Bus Simulator Indonesia. Our route is from Pekanbaru to Jambi, one of the most amazing road trips in Sumatra. This journey will take us through green forests, rivers, small villages, and long highways. The road is peaceful, the scenery is beautiful, and the experience feels like real bus driving. So sit back, relax, and enjoy this amazing trip with me. Let's start the engine and begin our journey. In today's journey, we will listen to a mysterious story. But if you haven't subscribed to the channel yet, please subscribe and like the video. We are leaving Pekanbaru City early in the morning. The weather is calm and the road looks perfect for a long drive. Passengers are already inside the bus and everyone is excited for the trip to Jambi. As we move forward, you can see the beautiful green landscape of Sumatra. Tall trees on both sides of the road and fresh morning air make the drive feel peaceful. Now the road becomes a little longer and quieter. Sometimes we cross small villages where local people are starting their day. Look at the river on the side of the road. The water is shining under the sunlight and the view looks amazing. Driving a bus on this route feels very relaxing, but we must stay careful because the road can sometimes become narrow. After many kilometers of driving, we are finally getting closer to Jambi City. The traffic is starting to increase and the city lights look beautiful. What an amazing journey this was from Pekanbaru to Jambi. Tonight's story is about a bus driver who started a normal night journey. But before the trip ended, he discovered something that still haunts him to this day. This is the mystery of the last passenger. So let's start the story.
It was a cold evening in the mountains. The sky was dark, and heavy clouds slowly covered the moon. A young bus driver named Arman was preparing for a long night route through the forest road that connected two small towns. People in the area often said that the road was strange at night. Some drivers claimed they heard whispers in the forest. Others said they saw shadows moving between the trees. But Arman never believed those stories. He laughed and said, "People just like scary stories." That night, his bus slowly left the station. The road ahead was long and quiet. Tall mountains surrounded the road, and a thick forest covered both sides. Inside the bus, there were only 6 passengers. A businessman reading a newspaper, 2 college students talking quietly, an old woman looking out of the window, a man sleeping in the middle seat, and a quiet boy sitting in the last seat. The boy wore a dark hoodie and kept his head down. Arman noticed him in the mirror, but didn't think much about it. The bus continued climbing the mountain road. Rain started falling softly, and the headlights reflected on the wet road. Suddenly, the old woman walked to the driver. She spoke in a worried voice. "Son, who is that boy in the last seat?" Arman looked through the mirror again. "He boarded at the station," Arman replied casually. The old woman shook her head slowly. "No. I was sitting near the door the whole time. No one else entered the bus." Arman felt a small chill in his body, but tried to ignore it. "Maybe you didn't notice," he said. The woman went back to her seat, but kept looking behind nervously. The road became darker as the bus entered the forest area. Tall trees blocked the moonlight, and fog slowly covered the road. Suddenly, the lights inside the bus flickered once, twice, then they turned normal again. One of the college students laughed nervously. "Looks like a horror movie." Everyone smiled slightly, except the old woman. She was staring at the last seat. Arman checked the mirror again. The boy was still there, sitting completely still. Too still. The bus drove for another 20 minutes until it reached a small roadside stop. A man standing there waved his hand. Arman stopped the bus and opened the door. The man entered quickly and looked around the bus. Then he asked something strange. "Did anyone else board this bus after the main station?" Arman replied, "No. Why?" The man looked confused. "I was supposed to pick up my son here. He missed the earlier bus." Arman frowned. "What does he look like?" The man answered slowly. "He's wearing a dark hoodie." Arman's heart suddenly beat faster. He slowly looked into the mirror. The last seat was empty. The boy was gone. Arman quickly stopped the bus and turned around. All passengers looked confused. "Where is the boy sitting in the last seat?" Arman asked. The college students looked surprised. "There was no boy there," one of them said. The businessman nodded. "I thought the seat was empty the whole time." Only the old woman looked frightened. "I told you." No one entered the bus. Arman felt cold sweat on his forehead. He stepped outside the bus with the waiting father. "Sir, when did your son disappear?" Arman asked. The man's voice became quiet. 2 years ago." Arman froze. The bus he was riding crashed on this same road. Lightning suddenly flashed across the sky. At that exact moment, Arman looked at the rear window of the bus. For just 1 second, he saw the reflection of a boy in a dark hoodie, sitting in the last seat, looking directly at him. And then the reflection disappeared. The rain became heavier, and thunder echoed through the mountains. Arman slowly got back into the driver's seat and continued the journey. But from that night, he never looked at the last seat again. Because sometimes, when the road becomes quiet and the forest becomes dark, he can still hear a soft voice from the back of the bus. "Driver, don't forget me."
If you enjoyed this mystery story, don't forget to like the video and subscribe for more amazing journeys and mysterious stories. And remember, sometimes the scariest passenger is the one you cannot see. After a long journey, our passengers are finally reaching Jambi City. Tonight we are staying at a beautiful hotel in the city. The hotel looks modern and comfortable. The lights of the hotel, the calm night atmosphere, and the feeling after completing a long journey make this moment very satisfying. Our bus is parked safely, and the passengers can now relax and enjoy their stay in Jambi. And that was our amazing journey from Pekanbaru to Jambi and Bus Simulator Indonesia. If you enjoyed this relaxing driving story, don't forget to like the video and subscribe to the channel for more beautiful bus journeys. More adventures are coming soon. See you in the next journey.